Read 113. So that was 102 and just hit half trigger. Lost control. Lost control. Read. So at 91 I lost control. All right, so what we were doing is we're going to finish up this build. So just finished the video showing that we purchased another whole brand new unit, but I ran out of time on finish setting it up. So we got the 6S ESC mounted, we got the motor in it with the proper gearing, so we still got to get the wing swapped out, so we got that to do. And then I got the shocks to bust apart and get that stuff, get the fuel tubing out to get them into the new ones. So the rear shocks, I'm probably just going to bolt them right up because they're already set up. So cranked all the way down. Actually, there's no fuel tubing in the rear of these. They're just cranked all the way down. So probably got to get some fuel tubing in those. We're going to go ahead. So I set this up just on a little drill. Get this piece taken off. I do put the screws back in. Because they work for the wheel nuts as well. In case you lose one, you can always take one off of here. It's like storing the wheel nuts. Wheels tend to fall off when you're out there running. You definitely don't want to get those lost. So brand new tires. Drill. So that's a rear. So we're going to get those put back on. So after the crash, we're just going to check the balance on the tires. got the front shocks. Here's the bench shock. So just going to reassemble it. So I have spare parts for them. Make this thing easier and just get this spring out the top. Now we got fuel tubing. So get this taken off, get our fuel tubing shoved up in there, grab it on the teeth, push it all the way into the shock. Shock rod end put back on, screwed all the way on. We leave that space so that we can get this piece back on. So that's about the thickness of the bump stop you want. Spring. Now the fronts are going to have no tension. So the cap's going to be pretty much even. So we're going to do even with the cap. And then that'll be plenty for the front. Let me get this one put back together. We'll be right back. Alright, so now we're going to get the front swapped out. Top screw first. Shock can drop down. You can get to the bottom screw. And like I thought, balance is off. It's probably just a bad tire at this point. God, that thing's bad. Smooth as can be. Let's see what happens. But you can see, I don't know if that's the tire that was trying to come apart, but the center of the tread, it's like it ballooned too far. So I'll probably order up 2 more whites, or just take them off the other car, put them on this for now in between runs. Since I have 2 sets of whites, 1 on each car, I'll probably just pull 1 off the other car just so I can run this without vibration. This thing's got enough vibration in it. Doesn't need any more from a bad tire. So these shocks we're going to keep as spare parts. So we got that done. Next thing we're going to do is get the body up here. We're going to get this wing switched out. This is all the stuff you got to go through. Go. So now it can't lift in the center. And the next thing we got to do is get the long straps on. The way I make this easier is I'm going to have to put a point on this thing. That one's done. Now let's do this. There we go, straps are in. There we go. All done, all ready for a speed rip. It's all it takes. To do a speed run with a Vendetta. My 114 mile an hour setup so far on the quest for 120s. So I'm going to go ahead and get the infraction over here. I'm going to get that one set up. But that's going to end this. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Definitely got to get some tires ordered up. I'm going to reinforce the body around these things because the tires grabbed it and folded them in. So don't want that to happen again. I'm going to strengthen up these areas. But there we go. Already. Like, comment, subscribe. Catch you guys on my next video. Alright, so just finished up the Vendetta. I'm going to post, I'm not sure if I'm going to post this at the end or the beginning, but I wanted to talk about, a lot of people are asking why I don't just put foams or some other tire on that, why I choose to run the Hoons that I'm running. One, that build is, you know, for me, I know a rubber tire will go 130, and I've taken the limit or the infraction Hoons and limitless Hoons up to 130, 7 back-to-back runs. So I know it's capable of it, but rubber tires are faster than foams. And the reason I know that is all the testing I did. This is my Rustler, 120 mile an hour Rustler. It consistently runs 100 mile an hour, 2-wheel drive Rustler. It's not a 4-wheel drive. And let me pop the lid. As you see, I've got weight plates on the front. On top of weight plates, I have wheel weights that are underneath, wrapped in Gorilla Tape up here. So I've stacked up 50 ounce and 0.25 and 0.50 ounce weights to the front of this to keep the front end down during a speed run on this. As you see, I've got reservoir shocks. Like, I've fully modified this thing. I've got a gyro in it. This is a airplane gyro. No, this is a drift gyro. It's called the D-Box 2. So this is a drift gyro that I have in here to help control it from spinning out on a speed run. As you see, it's really dusty. As you see, it's got Jayco foams on it, even on the front where I don't need them. And the reason I have foams on it is because with this platform, foams slow me down about, you know, anywhere 10 miles an hour. But it makes the RC way more stable when you're putting this kind of power to the back of it. And as you see, there's some nicks on the motor from some spin outs and crashes and Mod 1 gearing and spool. And this is the Proline transmission, because I've got the Proline metal cover on this. So this is the original Proline transmission. So it's got metal gears, and it's got some cheap eBay axles in the rear. And I don't even think I have bearings in the rear. I think I'm still running the bushings. I want to take a look. It's been so long. Might have bearings on the back. I know one of them had bushings on it. That looks like a rubber shielded bearing. Oh, the front have bushings. That's what it is. So the rear, I put bearings when I did the axles. And then the front, because this was a base model Rustler, it was a brushed Rustler that me and Floyd Negretti popped together in an hour or so at his house. He's the one that actually had these rear axles. You can just hear the machine gun sound and the power I have behind this thing. But it's got a lot of power to it, and foams work really good, and it makes the RC really stable, especially these Jayco foams that we used to run back in the day. So I know Highbird was talking about his shock tower that was open. You have to get the stock mount, which is this bar that runs left to right, in order to put this body on this open faced RC, because without this bracket that connects the two shock towers, you don't have a place for your body mounts. And as you see, look at all the flex in that. But the rear body mount is up here, and then the front right into there. I think he was showing a Rustler or a Slash, a two-wheel drive Slash, but he literally has the Bandit Rustler front shock tower on his Slash. So just wanted to show that, and then that'll put your body mounts out here. But like I said, this is my 120 mile an hour build, and I am used to running foams. All my Limitlesses and Thunder Truck and all that stuff, I do run foams. But with that, that's a particular build. I want to use all Arrma products, and I want to show that, you know, the Vendetta with very little modification can go out and run 120 miles an hour. So I just wanted to put that out there. Let me know what you guys think. I'm thinking about taking the Rustler out again soon. I'll have to get some more Jayco foams. And the reason I do the big front wide tire is trying to control this thing from wanting to walk. I need a lot of steering on the front of this. This thing is literally all over the place. And that's why I got so much weight stacked up, including these weight bars. Trying to remember where I got those weight bars, but it's a well-known guy out there. But anyhow, let me know if you want to see the Rustler back out in action. So this thing's all ready. I'm going to go ahead and post up the video on what it took to get this thing put back together. Finishing up the build from the unboxing of me finally getting a new RC.